sometimes things just don't turn out like you expected, and that's okay. Hi guys! So today we're going to be redoing Percy's tank again. I absolutely love her bioactive setup. I want to go ahead and say that and get that out of the way. It was really nice to have her in a setup that more so mirrored her natural habitat than just having her on tile all the time. And she thoroughly enjoys it. She loves to climb, she would dig, all that kind of stuff. But there are a few issues that I have found with that setup. The biggest problem that I've had with that setup is actually that she digs all the time. It makes her super happy, and it makes me happy that she's digging. However, her water bowl consistently becomes mud because she digs so much in the water bowl that it just sludges up, and then she gets dirt in her food bowl where her mealworms or waxworms or whatever are. Another issue with the loose substrate, yes, Percy would dig all the time, but digging in loose substrate doesn't really file her nails down like the tile did. So she actually had an incident where she scratched her face trying to get shed off of her face, and then she had a sore on her face for probably about 2 weeks. When I put crickets in there, they hide, and she has a really hard time finding them.
The crickets would also regularly eat all of the plants.
And it's just kind of a mess. She also had an issue not too long ago where she lost half of her tail, a little less than half of her tail. Thank you guys so much for the comments on that video because you kind of helped me figure out what probably happened. A lot of people said it was probably a shedding issue where she was just trying to pull her shed off and ended up pulling at her tail too hard or cutting off the circulation to her tail or something along those lines, which is the only thing that really made sense to me. So thank you guys so much for that. I think a lot of the issue is that she had a hard time finding where her moist hide was. So when everything's covered in dirt and she's always digging, I think she just would go to her hot hide, and that was her safe place, and she would just kind of ignore all the other little hides that I put around the tank. And ultimately that might have led to her not shedding correctly and ending up losing that part of her tail. I don't know, but today we are going to redo that tank. It's no longer going to be bioactive, but she is going to have a little area of substrate that she can dig in. Last time we used Lugardi's, which I absolutely loved that. It packed down really well. It allowed her to dig as she wanted to, and it was a really good substrate. However, that substrate took over 3 weeks to get here, and I'm already a very impatient person, and I wanted to get this tank done. So this time we are going to try Terra Sahara by the Bio Dude, which is another brand that I've read amazing things about, and yeah, we'll see how this one works. This time though, she is going to have her hot hide, which is going to be on tile. She's going to have various little hides in between, all on tile. Her food bowl is going to be on the tile, and then she will have a separate area to dig. So yeah, we'll just see how this goes. Hopefully I will finally be happy with this one.
Alright, so first I used this piece of plexiglass that I cut. That brown stuff on there is like old paint that I scraped and could not get off, but it was thoroughly cleaned. And then I used all-purpose aquarium silicone to seal that in just because I didn't want the dirt leaking from one side to the other. You can get this at Walmart or Home Depot, but I'll leave a link to the exact one that I bought in the description. And then this is just me cleaning the driftwood that I got. Like I said in my Reptiles hack video, I go to my local river and get driftwood so that way I don't have to spend a lot of money on buying it. And the first thing I do is I just scrub it really good with an old toothbrush and Dawn dish soap. Just be sure to thoroughly rinse it off. And then I bake it in the oven at 300 degrees for about 15 to 30 minutes in order to kill any parasites on or in that wood. So after the silicone has dried for about 2 days, I can go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and put these little feet on the bottom of the aquarium. That way it allows the heat pad to air out and some of that heat to escape. And I'm just going to be using a Zoo Med heat pad. It actually came from my LLL Reptiles mystery box. And yeah, you're just going to want to make sure that it is on there really tight. And we're going to be hooking it up to a thermostat. This is actually the same thermostat that I use for my snakes. It came really cheap off Amazon, and I'll link that in the description below for you guys. And I like to put a layer of sand on top of the heat pad, and this can be any sand. It's never going to come into contact with your animal, but the tile that we're going to be using has gaps underneath it, and the sand is going to fill in those gaps and allow the heat to conduct much better up through the tile to heat up that hot spot. And I just put another layer of tile over here just because I had it and it makes the area look less flat. And this is Tara Sahara from the Bio Dude, which is going to go on her digging side, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. This is actually formulated especially for desert-dwelling reptiles. And I also grabbed 2 plants as well from the Bio Dude to add a little bit of green, so we're going to try to do plants again and see how that works. I went ahead and planted the little tree that's going to go on her tile side, just so that she doesn't dig it up, and that way there's a little bit of greenery on both sides. And then I just start adding that driftwood that I prepared earlier and decorations throughout the tank and just kind of get it to where it looks good. I did go ahead and add some leaf litter and sphagnum moss to her digging side since I put a live plant in there, and I decided we'd go ahead and add some springtails because I have quite a lot of them. And this is it. This is the finished product. I am thoroughly excited about how it came out, and so far she seems to really like it. She has lots of room to walk around on the tile. She can hide in her moist hide and her hot hide. She can climb the cork bark. She likes to get in the cork bark tubes. She is very active in this tank, and then plus she has all the little hiding spots in between. I have seen her out basically non-stop since I've put her in here. And this is just me putting her in for the first time. You can see the very back of her tail where it is regrowing. It's doing really well so far, but from the moment I put her in this tank, you can see that she is instantly curious and instantly exploring everything. That light that I'm putting on top is an Exoterra Repti Glow 2.0, and that is going to give her a little bit of UV light, and it's also going to help those plants grow.
I am really happy with how it turned out, I think. For now, we'll see. If you notice, I did go ahead and put some springtails on that bioactive side just to see what happens. She'll still have all of her climbing room and her digging room, and then I'll still have a clean area with her food and her nails that are going to get filed down like they used to, and all of that. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. I put out new videos every single Sunday, and you can also head over to Instagram and follow me at l.622 if you want to see more pictures of my animals throughout the week. Also, thank you so much to Reptiles on the Run for following my Instagram and then going through and just liking a whole bunch of my pictures. Thank you so much. Hello from future me editing this video and shooting a different video. When I posted my Savannah Monitor video, I also had another person blow up my Instagram a few hours later. So thank you again to Omer Tabang, who actually gave me the idea for the Savannah Monitor video. I just wanted to give that shout out really quick too, because I've already shot my next 2 weeks worth of videos. So just want to say that really quick, and you guys are absolutely the bee's knees, so thanks. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.